St. Louis daycare workers are facing felony child endangerment charges after they hosted a fight club and encouraged preschool children to beat each other up. Court documents indicate Macaulay Gooleyford, 28, and Tina Daly, 22, were both charged with first-degree endangering of child and were issued summons for a December 3 hearing on Monday. Disturbing video from the December 7, 2016, incident shows at least 6 children pounding each other to the ground, while others break down in tears at Adventure Learning Center in St. Louis. The 35-minute fight club was recorded by the 10-year-old brother of one of the fighters, who was watching the melee with a group of older children from a room next door. According to charging documents obtained by the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, one 4-year-old celebrating his birthday suffered a black eye and other injuries. Mothers of 2 children are now suing the Adventure Learning Center. No lawyer is listed for the women, who have both been fired. An attorney for the daycare declined comment as the case is ongoing. One clip shows a teacher identified as Gooleyford jumping up and down in excitement as another puts a Hulk smash hand plush gloves inspired by the superhero on each toddler's hand. A child can then be seen punching another boy in the face, pounding his head into the floor over and over again as a group of kids circle them and watch. Marcial's son filmed the video and texted it to his mother because he was worried about his 4-year-old brother, who was crying after 3 fights. He doesn't understand why his friends were fighting him. Why he was beaten up by his best friends, Marcial told Daily Mail to affiliate FOX2. And it was on his 4th birthday. In the video, he's wiping his face over and over again, Marcial added. The daycare worker, you see her walk over to him and tell him you're fine and pat him on the back and then walk and start another fight with other kids. Marcial said her son texted her the video and said the daycare was making them fight, not helping them. Daycare's surveillance cameras also recorded at least 30 minutes of the fight club, showing brawl after brawl between toddlers. Share this article. Share. Marcial immediately called the director of the daycare, and the 2 employees were fired. The director also called the child abuse hotline. The lead teacher later said they organized the fight club to try and entertain the children after the heater broke. The St. Louis Circuit Attorney's Office declined to prosecute the daycare, which remains in operation today. There was insufficient evidence to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that any laws were violated, the St. Louis Circuit Attorney's Office said in a statement. However, that does not diminish the incredibly poor judgment by these adults who had the responsibility to safely supervise these children. But inspections at the daycare were increased after the incident, and, in the last 2 years, 8 visits have turned up 26 new violations. Just this March, a 4-year-old child claimed a teacher at the daycare center cussed at him, flicked him, grabbed him, and pushed him to the ground. That same month, a caregiver was seen grabbing a 3-year-old child by the arm and dragging them. The daycare's director had been standing in the classroom at the time, but did not respond to the incident. Marcial doesn't think enough was done following the horrific fight club, revealing that her younger son still doesn't understand that brawling at daycare isn't normal. When we chose a new daycare for him, and he started going, he asked me in the car if they were going to make him fight, she said. Marcial is now suing Adventure Learning Center for more than $25,000. I want them to be held accountable, she said. I don't want this to happen to any other child.